Yes, I am back for another video. And I told y'all, I promised my YouTube community that I'm going to give y'all a video once a week, right? I promised y'all, so I got to do it. So this week, I'm going to be talking about community, right? I built a few very, very successful communities. And now finally, I'm working on my own, the MacPac. But I want to kind of go through it step by step of how I built a few other communities and how they became successful, and kind of tell you how you can implement it in your community or in your brand. Now, this community here, speaking of this one, this is called the MacPac. This is my finally released community where I give you weekly calls, details on all the things that I have been able to accomplish on, whether it's building community, whether it's learning Photoshop, learning Final Cut, photography, email marketing, YouTube, all the different things that I've been doing for all these different companies. And I've created so many different workflows where you can sign up to my community and actually get access to all the different workflows that I actually give to other companies so they can have their business run. It's like SOPs, but I don't do the literature SOPs. I do a video SOP. So now you can actually give all these workflows to your team, and now they can be really efficient at doing procedures like YouTube, email marketing, funnels, everything. I give you everything. And I do a weekly call with people on a lot of the subjects that I do have courses for. I do a weekly and kind of do more of an in-depth interactive class and showing you how to do it, but plus giving you updates, because these things change. Technology is changing so fast. AI is changing so fast. And I've been able to, build my community up to maybe like about 80 people. And I haven't even been promoting it. I haven't been consistent. That's the number one thing with community. But I haven't personally been consistent with my community on promoting it, due to a lot of reasons, because, I had a lot of things going on. I had InvestFest, and speaking of InvestFest, make sure you get your tickets. Just announced 50 Cent, Stephen A. Smith. It's so many people. I don't want to say a name that wasn't announced, but it's got much more names coming. But it was a lot of things, so I had to take 3 months off. But I also knew that I was going to have to take some time off. The thing is when I went to Ghana, I thought I was going to be able to record in Ghana, but took all my equipment and everything. And it was just such an amazing time in Ghana. I just could not record. But I was supposed to record my content in Ghana to put out for the next 3 months because I needed 3 months. I know what it takes to build an event, and I know what my responsibilities entail. So I was hoping that it would have worked out, but I had to take 3 months off. So I really wasn't putting as much as work as I should have for the public community, not just for my paid community. So I was just morally focused just on my paid community. But now I'm back. Last week I gave you a video. I promise you I'm going to give you at least one video a week. So with building these communities, you really have to be consistent, right? And I started this community and I love it. I love it. It's like my closest friends, my closest friends away from friends. So I get to, answer questions. I get to do one-on-ones, and it's just a really intimate community, right? Do I want it to have 1,000 people? Yeah, why not? It's the bigger it is, the more people that you can impact. I just wanted to impact somebody, right? That's the most important thing. It's not even, it is expensive, but you're listening to this video. Well, expensive is relative, right? For which you get is not expensive. But I also give the people that watch my free content, because I'm not trying to make millions of dollars off this. I just want to pay for my hostings, my servers, everything I do. I just want to pay for that, right? It's not really to make a lot of money. So what I do is, and I intentionally do it where I haven't been promoting it, and you only get the discount if you watch my free content, right? So I intentionally do that because I want my supporters, my core supporters. I'm not trying to get cold people to come into my community. I want my core supporters, people that support me now for my free content, to come into my community. So with that being said, I actually offer a discount, a 90% discount for the whole entire year if you use coupon code MJM, right? So you can come to my community, www.MacPac.com. shop.themacpac.com. And when you sign up, use coupon code MJM, you get 90% off. So I'm literally just giving it away to all my supporters. Yeah, I mean, some people do sign up that only at the full price, right? Probably like 30% of the people sign up at full price. But what you don't know, you don't know, right? If you were supporting like the content viewers are supported, and you would have got that discount. But I mean, I appreciate those guys too, because everybody's appreciative. It's worth more than the full price, because you get so much content and you get all the years of me doing what I've been doing. You get access to it, all access to the last 20 plus years of what I've been putting into all these different companies and what I've been learning. So MJM is the coupon code. The website's themacpac.com. So that's my community, right? And that is basically a way that we're going to go right into it. That is a way how you promote your community, right? That is an effective way to promote your community. You want to tell them a little bit about it, what's in it, what you're going to be getting from it, why you got it, and then go on with your business, right? But today I'm talking about community, right? So now I'm telling you why I promoted it to community, because it has to be something special. It has to be something like worthwhile, right? And everyone has some type of skill. And if you have a skill that you can literally teach someone else, why not build a community around that skill? Because you might be great at it, right? But this person might want to be able to learn how to do what you do. This person might be able to want to learn how you do. And eventually what happens is you get all these people that come into your community and they start feeding off of each other. But in the beginning, you really have to like put in the work. You have to be interactive with all your members. You have to post every day. You have to share. You have to do so much and be so consistent with your community in the beginning. But the beautiful thing about building a community is as you build your community, it starts building itself. It starts just working on itself. You put the content in and, you just keep building. And now, depending on who you are, you actually probably have really good relationships around your community, right? Like around your industry. And that's when you can start pulling in people to come in and speak to your community. So now you offer so much value. You don't just offer your mindset of your point of view. You also start to be able to offer other industry experts their point of view. And that allows the community to even be more validated, more impact, right? And the goal, I don't think the goal should ever be to make money in your community. It should be also always impact, right? Because community is change. I think community represents change. And you're trying to change the narrative for something, right? You're trying to change someone's life or change someone's position wherever they are. Now, I know a lot of people that have businesses, right? And I was just speaking to someone yesterday. They have a business, right? And they are very successful at what they're doing already. But I realized they're leaving so much money on the table because the SOPs and the way they're doing business is so wrong that they are just so many gaps in their business. Now, granted, I got to speak to this person and now we have a meeting and I'm going to go over and add those different things that she's missing in her business or he's missing in their business. And I'm going to be able to show them that if they're making $100,000 a year, right, go to $1 million a year. And that's how I do it. Like it's hard to build someone's business from 0 to $1 million because you're not sure if they got what it takes. I already know this person got what it takes because they've been doing it, and they've been doing it so hard because they're taking a long way and not the short way. And I know they got the work ethic. And that's the hardest thing about mentorship. Like a lot of people don't have the work ethic. So you want to come, they want to pay you to be your mentor. But if you don't have the work ethic, it's like you're beating a dead horse, right? So you build your community, right? You're building your community. And how do you start? Let's go to the story time, right? We started our community on Facebook. Facebook was all we knew, right? And we were doing, and that's another thing. You want to do your community, you want to price it really low. In the beginning, you want to price it really low because you're just trying to build up, right? But in order to build your community, you have to be known for something, right? So if you're doing business today, right? and you just start today and you just say, I want to build a community, I definitely think you should be doing a free community because you don't have a lot of followers. You don't have a validation. You don't have articles. You don't have testimonials. You can't just start a community and have a paid community. It's going to take a long time to build that community up. So this is what you do. This is the game plan. Say you're starting with zero followers, like very low followers. You don't have any clippings or any video clips, any testimonials. You want to start your community for free, right? And you want to give, and this is how you leverage social media, YouTube, and all those different other platforms. This is how you leverage it. You leverage it by giving so much content on free content, right? And again, promoting your community, telling them it's a community, telling them it's free, or get a really low introductory price to get them in, right? But you give so much free content that automatically the viewer is going to think, he's giving me all of this. What is he going to give me if I pay him? What is inside this community? You automatically think that psychologically, automatically. So you got to think like that. Don't be afraid to give information because that information grows. It can always like go to the next one, go to the, it's so much things you can do in each industry that don't be afraid to give all the information because there are going to be some people that are going to grow their businesses exponentially without paying. And that's okay. Don't be mad, but that's a testimonial. Right? That'll be a testimonial. That'll be the one that might send you over the bridge, like to get more and more subscribers, right? So don't be afraid to give the content. Now, in terms of that pricing and free, we started at $24 a month or $100 a year. That was our first price. And there are members still paying $24 a month or $99 a year for EYL University, which is $1,000 a year and $100 a month. $125 a month or $1,250 a year. That is a huge increase. So you're paying literally 1,000% less than everyone else because you noticed the value immediately. And that is so important. You have to give so much value, which we did. We gave so much value in the beginning where people said it's $25 a month and I can change my life. I can change my income status. Why not? Let me take a chance. And these people end up paying $25 or $100 a year and they end up staying, right? But this was our Facebook group. And then so this is how we did it. This is how we started our first community. And it was called the Private Real Estate Investment Group. We didn't even have we were just talking about real estate because real estate was really hot at the time. So it was like, why not talk about real estate? So we did the community aspect of our EYL University, our community, right? We put the community, when they signed up, so we used another platform called Podia, Podia, right? Podia. That allowed us to actually be able to input videos and courses and PDF of documents and accept the payment for us for our university. Now, when it was a lot of work. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It was a lot of work. It was a lot. I wouldn't recommend this today, but this is how we started. So when someone signed up to EYL University on the Podia platform, we will add them to the private Facebook group. And we literally had to have someone manually do that. And that was a hassle, right? But you have to start from somewhere. But we were able to get probably about 5,000 to 6,000 people doing what we did, right? And we promoted EYL University on all our platforms, on social media, on the podcast, on YouTube. We had a whole YouTube commercial, and we were really like emphasizing how important it was to get, if you like what you're seeing right now, like you like Earn Your Leisure, you like this talk about trucking, and you want to go deeper, you really want, like you have more questions, this is the time to join EYL University because now you can go into a trucking course and also get to ask questions to the trucking expert. Why wouldn't you pay $25 for that? That's going to change your life. And it was so much value that any person that like seen it, that just was interested in the industry, they were automatically going to sign up, right? Now, keep in mind, this was real estate, right? So it was just real estate in the beginning. But obviously, like soon after, it catapulted to, investing and trucking. Every single person that we had on our podcast, we started like taking them and making them experts in our university. So they would do a class for us in our university. So now you had vending machines. You had every single industry we was touching, stocks, options, everything, right? So we were giving these weekly classes. We were giving a multiple. Stocks became hot, so we started to give multiple classes a week on stocks. And that's another thing. You have to keep your head in the game. You have to realize what's hot and what's not. So if you're in plumbing, right? You're in plumbing, and I don't know if plumbing does heating or air conditioning or whatever it is, right? But just say like let's pick that HVAC, right? If it's summertime, you want to go heavy on promoting everything about air conditioners. If it's wintertime, you want to go heavy on water coolers or water heaters. And like I have a tankless heater, right? That's something you might want to be hitting them. Why is it important? The water gets hot right away. All those different things, those are the things you have to capitalize on at different times, right? So you have to be really like air to the streets. So when things are going on, and that's going to allow you to even grow your business or your community even faster, because now it relates with what's going on at the moment. Like, for instance, options and stocks are really, really hot right now, right? So that's why Troy does his class, and we have a whole private community, not a community, but a group or a club talking about it every week. So we have 2 classes right now talking about investing, stock investing. It's important because it's a lot of opportunity right now to make a lot of money in stock investment. So why wouldn't you want to put more emphasis on stock investment? So that's another key. You have to think about whatever industries you're in, what is the most trending thing in that industry, and talk about that trending thing. Don't be mad if you're talking about it every single day. Talk about it every single week until it's not hot no more. Stop talking about it. So that's another thing, right? That's another key element. Staying hip to the street. The next thing, so now we have, let's start. We started on a Facebook community, right? But we had our courses, and our courses were very like limited because Rashad he was a financial advisor. So he put a bunch of financial advisor courses up there, and we had MG, the mortgage guy. He put a bunch of real estate classes up there. So, and I think I did a couple of classes. I did a couple of classes on how to do an LLC, how to trademark. I was doing a few things like that because I was actually really efficient. Like, I've been an entrepreneur for a long time, so I've been doing a lot of things for a long time. So we were very limited with our resources because we didn't really know, too many people at the time. So we just used what we had. And Troy actually put the classes together. So because he was building curriculums already because he's been a teacher for over 12, 13 years. So with all this, we it was 4 of us, and we put all of our content, and we put the courses out, and then we had them sign up on that platform, and then we gave them access to our Facebook community. Boom, you got that. So now, we're growing, right? It's 4 of us. See, now a lot of people start by themselves, but it's actually 4 of us. Now it's all 4 of us hitting the community. So people are asking questions. We hitting them in the community. We're active. We're commenting. We're replying. We're doing all of that on the calls. We're answering questions. We're doing that on our weekly episodes. We're promoting it on that. On both the audio and video. We're doing email blasts because we had a feature where you put your email in, but you didn't sign up. So now we're hitting you again. And that's kind of automated as well. And you could do it much easier to automate now. So we're just hitting them. We're also giving so much information on, we're interviewing more about real estate too now because we have a private real estate group. And we're giving like information on like how to rehab, right? how to buy homes with no money. How to get 0%, all these different things. And we're giving you all these different topics on real estate, but also telling you if you want to learn more, join our private real estate group. Now, that's just one side of it. The next side of it is which we started to see is that you're not just getting information from these courses. You're not just getting information from the real estate guru, but you're also meeting your next partner. And that's when we started to see we have something really big, because people were meeting each other inside the community and they were starting to do business deals together. They were buying property together. And it was just amazing. And they were just showing like video clips in the community. It was showing like pictures and showing like the deals they did together. And it was like it all happened from EYL University. How strong is that? When you can actually meet someone online in a community, in a network of people, like-minded people, and you come together, you put your money together, and you start breaking bread. That was so strong when that was happening. You know what happened? The membership catapulted. And I think we got so big, right? It was just so many members coming in. We realized we had to switch. We had to switch what we were doing because it was too hard to actually do it the way we were doing it. Because it was, when we did a sale for EYL University, because obviously after like 1,000 members, we've raised the price because it was too much manpower needed. So we had to, and again, we never built the community to make a lot of money. It just took a lot of manpower. That's why we had to raise the price. And it went from $24 a month. And I think we did like $59 a month. And it was $5.99 a year or something like that. And that was probably the most members we got around that time. Because it went from like 1,000 to 6,000 in a matter of a couple of months, because we had 1,000 people talking very highly of our community, right? Saying how great it was, posting about it, talking to their friends, they making deals, and we were posting about it. We were posting testimonials, and it enabled us to grow our community at such a fast pace that we then had to raise our price. And we raised our price because we needed more manpower to control the influx in members. And we did that, right? So now we raised our price. We started to change our platform, right? And the way we did it this time, the next time, is we got a funnel. We did a funnel because now we had content. And people want to start off with funnels immediately. And I'm not against that, but you have to have some type of content. The funnel is made to funnel people, right? And it's made to put people over the edge. Like a funnel is used to get cold people and making them warm or hot and buying. If you don't have the testimonials, if you don't have the validation, if you don't have the content, it's really hard to make a really strong funnel without telling some fibs, exaggerating the truth, right? And you don't ever want to exaggerate the truth. You want to be real, because there are a lot of people out here showing houses and showing cars and doing this because they're doing it because they need to validate themselves. But in all actuality, the people are going to validate you if you do the right thing, right? I don't have to show my car. I don't have to show my house. As I continue to give you content, continue to educate my community, continue to engage in my community, and just be a real person with my community, it's going to sell itself, right? It's going to sell itself as long as you use coupon code MJM. But it's just like this, right? So you got this now, right? We got the funnel. We do the funnel. And now we hook it up to a process. I found a way to do a process where I was able to hook my funnel to another platform called Kajabi. And I will say Kajabi does have a good course. I was okay with Kajabi. Now, when I tell you this, I'm sorry if you're using this for your community, and I'm sorry to this company, but I'm only giving you my honest advice. I hate Mighty Networks. I think that is the worst platform in the history of platforms, and it's not good to build your community on. They say it's a community thing, but it's not. It's not. Just let it go. Now, Kajabi, I never disliked it. It was really good, right? Because now we were able to have our funnel at the front page. So when you went to EY University, you had a funnel, we had testimonials, we had videos, we had sales leads videos, we had more content to put, we had more subjects to talk about. So we had a lot of things on our funnel. So it was time to go to the next level. And that was the next level, a funnel build out. And we connected the funnel to Kajabi. But I was also able to do a Zapier, which the Zapier would actually put when someone, this is crazy, right? And now, like, when you want to, this is the gold of your YouTube. I'm telling you what to do, right? This is what I'm trying to say, right? I'm telling you what to do. Now, if you want to know how, step by step, that's when you join the community. You join the MacPac and you get your discount of 90% using MJM. But this is what I'm saying, right? So now I was able to do the funnel. They join, pay on the funnel. They get automatically entered in Kajabi. Kajabi automatically puts them as a paid subscriber to my university. And then I take it takes that and automatically sends them to the Facebook group. I was having 5 people. We hired 5 people to be entering all these people into the Facebook group because it had 5,000 people in such a short time. Now I literally don't need not one person to enter anybody. Maybe one person to oversee, right? Maybe, right? But I literally took away 4 other people. And I'm not here to take away jobs, but you want to be a profitable company. You have to work, very efficient. And that became the most efficient process, at the time for our business. And now, some people we put in different places and some people just wasn't working out, right? So now you look at this, right? So now we don't have to worry about people getting put in. We don't have to worry about the customer support. Like they didn't get put in and it was automatically done, literally, right? Because they go from funnel to Kajabi to Facebook. Boom. It was just a circle of things. And then they get a welcome email. They get an orientation video. And that is another thing. This is another thing that I will say that you need to have in your community. You have to have an orientation video. And we were doing it once a month. Shout out to Janet when she was with us. We were doing an orientation video once a month. And what you want to put in that orientation video is basically how to use the platform, how to go through the videos and get the best value out of the videos, how to get the best value out of the weekly calls, how to ask questions, how to submit support, all your FAQs, go over all the FAQs. Everything in that email, everything in that orientation has to basically answer every question they can possibly have. Now, we built that orientation off of all the emails that came in for customer support, all the questions we had. Plus, we obviously added what we thought we could add into the orientation. And Janet would do that orientation call every single week, every single month. And it really helped us, grow our membership and lower our customer support down a lot. So now if we had 3 people for customer support, we only need 1 because they're joining and they could see the previous orientation. And, when orientation came up, depending on when they joined, they were able to come on, see the new orientation, but also ask questions. And it was a proven, it was a dope system. And we were rocking. So when we were like 5,000 members at this point, when we put those automations in, we literally gained 7,000 members in a matter of 2.5 months. 2.5 months. Our highest number was about 12,500, right? 12,500. And we must have hit like 7,000 members at this time. And it went so fast. It was like, boom. I couldn't believe the amount of success and how many people were benefiting and enjoying the community and learning and connecting with people. It was just an amazing experience. Before I get there, right? What we did was, this is another gem because I'm here to give you gems. You want to give access to your community at least once a month. Once a month because you want them to kind of see what they're missing out on. This is what's going to allow fear of missing out, right? You want to give that once a month on your platform. Now you will promote it on Instagram, like free webinar on, to give you access to your community, whatever it is, the name. Go 8 o'clock tonight, 10 o'clock tonight, 6 o'clock, whatever, right? Where, you can promote it on YouTube now. Don't use Zoom. Don't use any other outlet. You want to do it on YouTube, right? Why do I say YouTube? Because YouTube is another platform that you're going to be able to make money off of, one, right? Because this is expensive. Like, to build the community, to pay all these people, to promote, text message, all these different marketing ads, it gets really expensive and really fast. So when you're giving these free, orientations, the goal is to have it in the community, have it on YouTube. Now, this is the key. You can stream from Zoom, right? And take your Zoom going to YouTube. But what we were able to do is have our members get access to the Zoom. So now our members were able to ask questions, but people on YouTube couldn't ask questions. So now I'm like, my name is Mike, and I'm watching on YouTube, and I see Ben asking questions. I'm like, I want to ask a question. Well, you got to be a member. That's another benefit. You see that? That was another key element that made us grow so fast. It was fear of missing out, and they wanted to be a part of that too. And you got to think, psychology of people is everyone wants to be a part of something. And we were giving you an opportunity to see what it felt like to be a part of such a great community, amazing community, because we give so much value, so much knowledge, so much connections, discounts on our merch, discounts on our events, access to what we're doing before anybody else sees it. And it's just an amazing feeling, right? And that was just it just came off so great. People were just loving it. They were enjoying it. And we were able to continue to grow our membership. And that's why I believe it grew like in those 2 or 3 months, it grew like to like 12,000. We were working on so many things. We have a network. We had a tour. We have a university. We have a podcast. We have a media company. We have so many different elements of our business, so many different parts of our business, right? How can we be in all of them at once? Obviously, some are going to take a hit, but we know the benefit of partnership. We know the benefit of giving, working with each other. We know how this works, right? And that was when the opportunity came where we kind of partnered with somebody, right? As we realized that what was happening to the community, and we realized that we needed to make a change, we came back. They took the front. We went back to the basics, and our community just flourished again. And it's back up to where it was supposed to be. And this time I had more information with me. I learned some more things, and I got to learn a new platform. And remember, we was using 4 different platforms, three platforms that you were on, but another platform connecting all the platforms together. So 4 different things I had to use for EYL University. But during the time that we partnered with another company, and they were using My Networks. I hate My Networks. I actually learned something new again. And that is the benefit of being inside of the MacPac. I am learning all the time. And everything I learn, I teach my community. My community knows what I use for EYL University. They know how I built it. They know what I did to build it, right? But that's the part of being a community. If you're interested in things of what the person's speaking about, and they have something like a community, they have courses, they have literature, they have videos, they have things like that, and you really you really want to take it serious, join them, because it's going to make the process much easier to get from point A to point Z. Like, I had to learn all these different things to get to this point, right? I had to make all these different mistakes to get to this point. Why do you want to, if you can get to here at a much faster rate than I did, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? And that's the beauty of this community. And that's what you have to explain to your audience. You made the mistakes so they don't have to. Simple as that. You are connecting people. Like, you have an audience of Houston, Chicago, Atlanta, New York, California, Miami, all these different people. You join your community, you have access to all those people right away. If you're in Houston and you don't know nobody in your area, you can join the community and start to know people in Houston. It's simple. We make this so hard. Don't be afraid. You should put a budget together per month on what you want to spend for the different communities you want to be a part of. I will always say, whenever you go into purchase anything, always look at the reviews first. If they don't have any reviews, I most likely won't buy them. Now, if they don't have reviews, if something made me want to click on them, right? So I will look at a couple of videos. If I go to the next video, and I start to see they have some type of value, that they're teaching something, and I like what they're teaching, I like how they're teaching, I'm a join. That's the only way. They really have to be really good. But if you don't have reviews, it's hard for me to join. I will say that. So look at the reviews. If they don't have reviews, they interest you, they spike your interest, take another look and take another look. Take another look, like keep going. And like, you know what? This person has a lot of good information. Let me join. So this new platform I'm using, and I have an amazing discount for this platform. It's much cheaper than everything else. So if you do want to know about this platform, I know you got to this point in the video, and you can email me, michael@michaeljmacdonald.com. michael@michaeljmacdonald.com. That's MICHAEL at MICHAELJMACDONALD.com. If you're really serious and you really want to take your community to the next level, this platform is amazing. So what we did was we were able to restart our community and build it in a way where we had our community, we had our app, we had our courses, we had everything built in one. If you are a part of EWIL University, shout out to you, because you know, as well as I know, that is the #1 financial literacy community in the world. Hands down. You have access to a flourishing community. You have access to a wide range of different topics on entrepreneurship. You have access to question. You have a class with the book club. You have a class with Rashad. You have a class with Troy, all on a monthly basis. You have so much access to everything we're doing at the highest level we are. So it would be pointless if you didn't join and you are an entrepreneur. So that's another thing. Go to ewilduniversity.com and join. I mean, maybe I'll make a discount code. I'm gonna do a discount code. I'm gonna do a discount code. It's the same discount code. I'm gonna make it. It's gonna be called MJM. So if you're watching, this is gonna work by then, because I'll activate it. MJM, you get a discount. I'll see what I could do, and you'll save some money. But if you're an entrepreneur and you want to learn, investing, you want to learn sales, you want to learn stocks, options, it'll teach you. You want to learn real estate, and that's another thing, right? It's like I have a community, and I have multiple communities, right, that I built, right, and I own EWIL University as well. But it's like I have another community called the MacPac, right? Why are you doing that? Through knowledge, through understanding. I would love to put the MacPac in EWIL University. But what I realize is they're two different people, and it's wasted content. People that want to invest, that want to do real estate, that want to do the things that are in EWIL University, they don't care about building funnels. They don't care about photography. They don't care about lighting. They don't care about marketing. They are willing to hire someone else to do it. And that's why I said it didn't make sense, because obviously I don't teach nothing that is in EWIL University. I don't want to take away from what I already have. I just want to add. Now, we had all the things I taught or teach in my community. We were putting those things in, and it just wasn't getting the type of engagement that we would like, because they want to put $100 here and make it $1,000. Simple as that, on whatever they can do it in. They don't want to learn how to do this, and this. They want to do whatever they are great at, right? If they have the financial backing, they want to take that backing and put it in and make money for it. Make itself, which is called assets over liability. And I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Because that's the American dream. If I don't have to touch, I chill, I go to a beach, I do whatever I want to do, and my money just keeps working for me, that's the American dream. But listen, I can do that today. But I love this. This is what I love. This is my passion. I love doing this. That's why I can give you a code, MJM, because it doesn't hurt. I'm not doing it for the money. I love doing this. I don't want to go broke doing it. I would like for this to be profitable, because it's not profitable right now. I lose money doing this, but I love doing it, right? And that's the first thing I always tell everybody. Love doing what you do. Because if you don't love doing what you do, if you're doing it for the money, it's not going to work. Every single investment or every single business I've ever did that was for the money, it never worked. Never worked. But when you're doing something because you love doing it, this is therapeutic for me. Me speaking to you, me giving you this information, me helping you, it's therapeutic for me. This helps me. So be very cautious of knowing that you really love what you're doing, because if you don't love what you're doing, this community ain't gonna work, your brand ain't gonna work, ain't none of it gonna work. You're just wasting your time and you're wasting the person that's looking at you's time. So love what you do. And I think, I know, if you could just put all these different elements together, it might take 6 months. It might take a year. But don't let the day you want to quit be the next day you flourish. Don't let the day you want to quit be the next day to success. And I go back to this. I literally watched, I looked at all the analytics of Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay. That man barely broke 100,000. Barely broke 100,000 on some of his videos. Barely. That one interview changed everything for him. And I will tell you this, I know for a fact that he was losing money. And I hope he sees this, because I want to know the answer. I know for a fact he was losing money on Club Shay Shay. I know for a fact. Until that Cat Williams interview came out. He ain't looked back since. And he better not. And that man works hard. I could tell he works hard. He got a ESPN show. He got Club Shay Shay. He got Nightcap, a bunch of speaking engagement. That man worked hard. And he was working hard for 2 years. Well, he was working hard longer than that. But he was doing what he's doing right now for about 2 years straight. And losing money on one of those assets. I know that for sure. Maybe not Nightcap, because Nightcap is a smally produced show. So it's not taking a lot of capital to produce that show. Because one is they're not doing it, in person. They're doing it live stream. And that's another thing I think. Take what you got and use it. If you can't meet every day, or if you can't meet for your shows and you got to do live stream, use whatever you got. We use iPhones. Stop thinking about what you don't have and worry about what you have. But I'm going to tell you that was probably profitable. But that Club Shay Shay was not profitable until Cat Williams. I'm telling you, I know that for a fact. I study analytics. I know analytics, and I know for a fact he was losing money, because I seen how many people he had working for him for that Club Shay Shay. But you know what? He seen the vision. He knew what it was, right? He believed in himself. He bet on himself, and he had other assets to to accommodate the loss for that. But eventually that's going to be the main asset, because he's seen it. We was losing money on Earn Your Leisure, but we seen the vision. We seen what it could be. And we never lost the vision. And building your brand and building your community, don't ever lose the vision. Don't ever lose the sight of where you see yourself to be. Because if you don't, you can be amongst the ones that became successful. But every now and then we give up. We forget about, that vision. We stop looking at that vision, and eventually we let it go. And that could have been the day before a Cat Williams episode. So don't let that happen to you. If you really believe in your vision, you really love what you do, keep going. Because it's only that one episode, it's that one moment, that one time that everything changes. So I'm going to wrap up here. Build your community. Build your community. Community is great. Everyone could have a community. Everyone could have a podcast. Everyone could have a YouTube. Everyone could have a social media. Build them all up. They all work hand in hand. And this is one thing I will tell you. Use your free platforms to tell people what to do. Tell them what to do. If they want to learn more and want to really know how to do it, introduce a paid platform. And if you're starting off with your brand, make it free, but they're giving you your data because you don't have anybody's data on Instagram. You don't have anybody's data on YouTube or none of those other platforms. Introduce it for free. And what they're paying is their data. They give you their data. You give them information. Other than that, use these steps for your community. And I know you're going to be successful. Just stay consistent. And I'll talk to y'all next week. I told you every week, baby, every week. I got y'all. I'm here. I love y'all guys. Take it easy.